Hello, my all-weather friends. It's Nickalini Orange here, live from, well, pretty much, of course. Yeah, it's live as I go here, so if I make the odd mistake here and there, you can just excuse me on that note here. So I'm going to do a Jim Davidson style of thing where he does 5 minutes, just a chat kind of thing. You know, if you're not familiar with Jim Davidson, he does a similar thing with his Ustream channel here. Big up to Jim Davidson, because actually we saw him about a couple of years ago in 2019. That was quite a few years back now. But let me just have this coffee here, because it's about £1.60 now for a cup of coffee, which is basically a cappuccino, and it looks pretty much like this. This is exclusive footage here. I'm not actually live, but of course it's live as I go, as I'm talking. So, yeah, like I say, of course, welcome to Touring With Us. If you are just a new subscriber, or you have just recently subscribed to us, or you just gave us a thumbs up, all this way being a subscriber for a long time. That is just a motorbike going by at really high speed there. Motorbikes, I'll tell you something about that in just a moment, because, you know, this is regarding a video that actually was taken as it happened, but I didn't actually catch the whole of the kind of near sort of accident sort of experience. I didn't actually capture all of it on camera as I would have hoped, because I didn't know it was going to happen. As you know, these things happen without, you know, expecting it. So yeah, it is 54 minutes past 4 p.m. UK time in the afternoon, and it is, I would say, Saturday the 27th. Yeah, 27th of May 2023. So I repeat once more, Saturday the 27th of May 2023. Of course, yes, I am exclusively at a location where you may not already know about. Maybe I should give it away. But when I go live, do excuse me when I go live, because I'm about to go live at 5:30 this afternoon. And of course, yeah, that's PM in the afternoon here from Saturday the 27th of May 2023. Couldn't have said it faster than that. But like I say, of course, yeah, do excuse the motorbikes that do go by here at this secret location here, which I'm about to tell you about now. For those people watching live, just for fun, they'll be able to have that opportunity to guess where we are. But I can tell you we are East Town Park, otherwise known as Feast Town Park. Unfortunately, the kiosk has now closed for the afternoon here. Usually opens weekends, sort of spring to October sort of times, and of course from around about 11 o'clock in the morning till, of course, 4:30 in the evening, unless I'm mistaken by the earlier morning opening of the kiosk. But yeah, I'll just give you an insight of where I am right now. As I've got the opportunity to flick the camera over, you can actually see in front of you, it's a gorgeous day. And not only that, of course, just directly in front of me right now, where I'm positioned with the camera, you can actually see some paintings on there which have been there for many, many of years. And there's a map on that side there. I actually showed this on a video recently, so do check out the video for that. And of course, next to it is, of course, the Hayville and Keddington polling station, and it's used for, of course, other needs, like, of course, meeting groups and things like that, and they charge a fee per hour, and they can cater for tea and coffees and things like that. I'd have to ask a bit more details about that, unless, of course, anyone from the East Town Park Park Ranger or a staff member could actually tell me in the comments, of course, what the fee is per hour. I think it's something around about £10. I'm not quite sure. If someone can actually tell me, we'll be really, really grateful. So yeah, as I'm going live here, I'm bound to stumble from time to time, because, you know, I want to do this as I go without making too many mistakes. I know I've stumbled occasionally throughout this whole video already, but anyway, it's very, very nice and sunny where I am here, and it's quite a nice little spot here, quite out of the way of the park, which is just literally to my right, and as you're watching from your screen, it would be to the left, so it's in that direction. Okay, I'm waiting for Giuliani from the Nice and Relaxing show, who actually performed some great music, and hopefully he'll be returning to do that. Perhaps this week he'll be able to do that, but obviously he'd have to prepare his rehearsals for his shows that take place in evening times. Perhaps he could do an afternoon show, I don't know. But remember one thing, of course, before I leave you today, of course there is a chance that everyone can get out there and enjoy tomorrow. Yeah, what is happening, very important for some people that like football, some people that don't. They don't have to bother to listen to this, but of course for those people who love football and just getting out to celebrate the last day of the season tomorrow, all games kick off pretty much at 4:30 in the afternoon. A crunch game for Southampton facing Liverpool tomorrow. And from this time here, if you're watching in the future, I would like to say this now. Good luck, Southampton. But what I would say is that it'll be a close game, but I can't see anything other than Liverpool winning the match. Something around about 2-1. I might be wrong by that. It could be 0-0 for the first ever time. I'm actually sort of getting drawn into that. I'm probably wrong by that. But yeah, we've got a couple of predictions on that game and see how it goes on that. Lucky I got this cappuccino just in time before it closed at 4:30 this afternoon. It'll be reopened on a Sunday in the afternoon. Well, actually, morning first, and then, of course, it will be closed at 4:30 in the afternoon. So they're only open weekends until, of course, the summer holidays, which they're open every day. Just imagine that. Let's hope the weather is on our side this year. Like this. It's got to be like this. It's got to be like this. Like Spain weather. Why don't we get this sort of weather in the winter time? I don't get it. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. I think I can see half a moon up there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Is it up there somewhere? I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. I think that's the right choice of word there. Isn't that just a picture of art there, what you just saw there? Hardly anyone is around. They're all at the coast at the moment. We just came back from the coast, by the way, which was Great Yarmouth. And, of course, we're hoping to go back in June at some point. By the way, I just want to let everyone know on this video as well that, of course, the WDP, for those people who are receiving benefits, I'm not going to say too much about my private life whatsoever, but of course for those people receiving benefits, they will be receiving, whether it's of course PIP, Universal Credit, which is otherwise known as UC, and Employment Support Allowance, maybe that covers it as well, but of course mainly on the PIP as in Apple. Apple there, you've got to have a laugh there. Let's get into the Jim Davidson mode. Who gives a toss? Anyway, we'll leave him to do all the rest of the swearing. But, of course, yeah, as I say, the payment of the WDP, which is the Department of Work and Pensions. Don't know why they call it that, but it used to be called Disability Living Allowance, which is pretty much what it is. But, of course, it's now changed over to Personal Independent Payment and all that kind of stuff. But, anyway, if you're receiving any of those, you should, between the time, according to the official government site, only the official government site, if you don't believe me, check the actual site out, the official site of the government. And of course, yeah, I don't watch anything else really, because you know a lot of it they make it up sometimes. About a percentage of the time they get it right, and percentage of the time they don't. So I always go to the official source. So if the government say, of course, for example, you'll get your payment for those people receiving those kind of benefits, then of course you'll get it between June the 20th, between that time, not on those dates. So they don't give you an official date. Okay, so June the 20th, right until the 4th of July, something like that. It's between those dates here. I'm quite sure it's that between, you know. So it's between, of course, I repeat once more, June the 20th and July the 4th. So you could get your payment any time between those dates. If you want to check out more of those dates, I might have got one of those wrong. I'm not quite sure, but you know, you can always check yourself. But of course, yeah, if I get it wrong, I do apologise. But of course, it is definitely between some kind of dates in June and July. Okay, so that is coming from official source. You won't get that anywhere else. Okay. Oh, I'm always thinking that the part where you drink, of course, the coffee is on that side I want to drink it, but of course it's on this side. It's quite nice when I drink it on the right side. Anyway, enough about the cappuccino. So let's talk about what I was going to plan to talk about very quickly before we finish here and turn the page, that kind of thing. And remember, firstly, we don't bore people, not on our clocks. Okay, we don't bore people, not on our clocks. Got that? 100%. Yeah, the weekend has landed where we are right now. Of course, yeah, it's Saturday, the 27th of May 2023, just in case you are just switching on. So, anyway, it feels like I'm 100% live here, but I will be at 5:30 p.m. this afternoon. Do join me if you can. Hopefully, we'll get enough signal to be able to do a live here. And of course, I couldn't position the camera anywhere else other than where it is right now, because you know, you've got the sun glaring in your eyes and it can be really annoying. I haven't got my shades, I've actually lost them right now. But anyway, I would like to talk about that another time. Perhaps I can get another pair at another stage. Anyway, let's move on from that, about other stages, that kind of thing. Right, I'll be talking about that on another stage. So, yeah, about the glasses. Yeah, sorry I'm dribbling on here. Right, let's talk about, of course, the incident, or the near incident, if you like, at the, well, area of Norwich, just coming into the roundabout as you get into Norwich on the X11. The bus driver was actually bemused by this, and he actually said, oh, who's tooting at me? And I later looked at the camera footage, and it showed that the motorbike was trying to slightly, on the roundabout, as you get into Norwich, trying to overtake a car. And that's probably why it explains why the car was beeping. How near could that have been, you know, towards an accident? But of course, motorbikes out there, do take extra care. Do not try and take a chance whatsoever. I don't ride a motorbike, but of course, you know, I'm just saying this now to motorbikes out there, motorists. But anyway, that is another thing altogether. The other news is that, of course, for Hayville residents, it might be of use to you, that there is going to be apparently Downstermer Way, which is near Mottsfield of Hayville, if you know it. And of course, yeah, if you're not sure about Hayville, look it up on Google Maps. I'm sure most people do that. And of course, what I would say now is that, of course, according to an article, there's going to be a Greggs store, a second Greggs store. I presume it's going to be in the car wash area. I don't know, to be honest with you, but of course it could be anywhere near there. I don't know if Esso is closing down, or it might well be next to Esso, so that might give it a bit of competition there. So, of course, that's what we hear on the latest news. Apparently, it's going through the proposal of that. And I will tell you more information about that as soon as I know it. If somebody can give me some information, that would be helpful so we can tell the rest of the world. But anyway, we're going to leave that racing free mind. It's time to turn the page, and definitely 100%. And we don't bore people, not on our watches or clocks. We'll see you next time. Have a lovely summer's hot day, wherever you may be. I hope it's as gorgeous as this. Let's pray. One day, we'll get one day of warm weather in the winter. I can't see that ever going to be happening, especially when the lights dim down and, of course, the clocks go back, that kind of thing. It's going to be right annoying, isn't it? Did they go forward this year? I can't remember. Or did they go back? I'm not quite sure. I don't know what the flipping thing is. But yeah, anyway, it's very confusing. I don't think they should do it at all. But that's my own opinion. But, of course, it's all about opinions here. Let us know your thoughts about anything that I've discussed today. Thanks for watching. It's been Nickalini Orange, and we'll see you next time. And remember, we are the show that hopefully never ends. We'll see you next time. Let's turn that wonderful page to the next video that you see or live broadcast. Bye.